You have kids at some point, and they want to play football, right? So based on my personal experience, I recommend that you let him play. This is a fun game that will be part of his life, and maybe even teach him some life lessons. When we were younger, before we started high school, my friends and I would always tell each other that we would win a state championship. And guess what? We did. We really did go all the way and win the state championship. All of our hard work had finally paid off, and let me tell you, it was a beautiful feeling. Some of the most best times I had was in the sport football. It taught me not just how to play, but life lessons as well. So today's speech, I'm going to be talking about life lessons that I have learned from the game and what it takes to play football. Specifically, I'm going to focus on the things you can learn from the game and how you can use them in life. I know you're wondering how I'm so interested in football, so let me explain why. Well, I know you simply watch football on TV and see dudes hitting each other and a ball getting thrown around and wondering what the heck is going on. But that's not all to it. There's a lot going on off the field as well. Football provides a variety of life lessons that you probably never considered. It takes dedication, sacrifice, work ethic, and a love and passion for the game. When it comes to football, I would say the three main things you will need to learn are work ethic, team, sacrifice. So the three main points I would be covering is work ethic, team, and sacrifice. The first point I want to make is work ethic. Definition of work ethic pertains to a person's attitude toward their job. A strong work ethic will take you far in life. Coaches teach you this by putting pressure on you and challenge you every day to perform your best, not only during the game time, but also during practice time. They want you to show up every single day ready to work. They expect you to be reliable, dedicated, and willing to work. Why? Because one day you'll have a job, and that job will expect you to be reliable, focused, on time, and productive at all times every day. They're preparing you for life, not just football. Football teaches work ethic in a unique way. Football teaches work ethic by requiring players to show up every day and give it their all, regardless of how they're feeling on that particular day. It teaches that putting in effort every day in practice, great things can be accomplished and you will be rewarded. Second main point I wanted to discuss was team. Becoming a team player, and it's not just about me player. You have to put the team first before yourself. For example, if I made a mistake by not doing my assignment and had a busted coverage and the other team scores, I have two choices. I can get down and cry in the rest of the game, or I can get back in the game, forget about it, and focus on helping my team rather than worrying about myself. Once you become a team, it's like no one can stop you. When everyone on the team is performing at their best at all phases on all phases, offense, defense, and special teams, who is going to stop you? It's like when you hit every note to a song on the piano and you're not making one mistake. It all starts in the off season, creating that bond with your brothers and just becoming together as one team. Forming that team bond, learning how in boot camp. So we do this thing called boot camp. We do this every year before football season to not only form that team bond, but to see who also wants to actually play and not just go through the motions and do whatever it takes to get that perfect day. We have 4 stations we go through, and the coaches divide you up into groups. At all 4 stations, no matter what you're doing, you have to be yelling. If not, you get sent back and you have to do it again until you get it right. At the end of the day, if at the end of it all, you are tired and exhausted and you have one more thing left, and that's running what we call a gut quarter. You must run a lap and it's time. So you must run that lap in the time frame you are assigned. It's all mixed, so seniors could be your freshmen and who know little about what's going on. It could be seniors with freshmen and sophomore. They do this to see who will lead the group to perform at all stations at their very best. My coaches always told us that whoever you let get on that boat with you, they aren't going to do something right, and they aren't doing something right. They're drilling holes in your boat, and they are sinking that boat. So it takes just one to mess up and drag the whole group down. With them, someone eventually stands up and starts to lead that team. If you don't, then boot camp will last until you get that perfect day. In football, you have to make sacrifices. Physical, relational, and mental. Physical, you are going to be pushing your body through the pain and fatigue of workouts, team practices, and injuries that will challenge the integrity of your body in the long run. My coach always told me your body can take more than you're thinking it can take. This is where the mental part comes in, I will tell you about. Fueling your body with protein, healthy protein, and eating right when all you want to do is eat junk food is tough. Relational sacrifice. Having a girlfriend, being a high school football athlete, and having to keep up with a rigorous and demanding schedule is educationally tough because and educationally is tough because you have to make time for her and the things just start to spiral. Then when she starts to make you feel guilty and make you seem like it's your fault, then leave. You want people in your corner like your friends, coaches, who understand your goals and will be there through the good and bad. Instead of goofing off with your buddies and playing video games all day, football players must be spending time studying plays that are going to run for the game that is coming up. Mental sacrifice also comes into play when you're feeling tired on the field and you want to just sub out because you're tired, when all it is your brain and mind telling you that I can't go anymore. Remember when I said my coach told me your body can take more than you are thinking it can take. You must put time for your buddies aside and video games aside to get that good rest you need to play to your full ability when the day comes. So in conclusion, I briefly talked about some of the things that you learn when playing football and how they benefit you in life. Number one, being work ethic. Two, being team. And finally, sacrifice. Let me go back to the story I told you about me telling my buddies when we were younger, before high school, to win a state championship. So we would always walk around in school saying we would win the state championship, and we knew that we just knew it because of how our team just formed this bond that no other team in my high school has formed. We all came together as one team, and we just really loved the sport football, and we just really wanted to win that state championship and have everyone in the school just hey, y'all won a state championship, y'all that team, the recent team that's won it. And it took a lot of hard work ethic and for us to form that team bond in the off season as well. No one sees all the hard work we put in. It's crazy how that stuff works and how all that comes into play, but it was a very fun time and I had a very good time. And it takes teamwork, sacrifice, and work ethic to be successful in football and life as well. I wouldn't be the man I am today without the sport, football, and my coaches teaching me the way to go.